Hello everyone, I'm Felix from TravelJapanLocal.com, and today we'll look into a maple season tidbit that can help you in your future autumn trip to Japan. It's October, and maple season is upon us. While it's very unlikely we can see Momiji in person this year, it will be interesting to plan for the next year. And take a look at these photos. They're taken in November 2018 when I was in Kyoto for a little bit of Momiji watching. And you can see my trip report right here. And this was a Momiji Bulletin, so to speak, provided by the Station Master Office of JR Kyoto Station, with information on big Momiji locations around Kyoto City and also surrounding areas. While it's in Japanese, we can look into it and decipher the information beneath. First, a few phrases you will need to get the idea. The bulletin is formatted like this. A note here. The nearest station is not just pointing to JR stations, but also referring to Kyoto City Metro as well as private railway stations. This is very good service shown here in my opinion, as JR know they do not serve all the areas in Kyoto, and they choose to provide comprehensive information for the passengers so that they can find the transportation that they can actually use to go to the location they want to go to. Also note the term, this one. Yamashina is one of the major JR and Kyoto City Metro stations in Kyoto. And this is Nonika, which is the abbreviation of Norikae, which means transfer at. Because locations like Daigoji and Kajuji are on the Metro East-West line not served by JR, so going there, you require transit at JR Yamashina station to the metro and then to the actual metro station there. So that's what we have for a little Momiji Bulletin here. I have no idea whether other JR stations have similar bulletins, but I can imagine them doing something like this, maybe as a poster on a notice board or something like that. And as reference, I also typed up the location, stations names and stuff on the bulletin here, and it's in a separate file which you can find it in the show notes. The information is definitely not for this year, but if you're interested, you can click on it and take a look at it. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. Let us know what you think in the comments and tell us your Momiji experience as well if you have seen them in previous years. As always, I'm Felix from TravelJapanLocal.com. Have a nice day and see you in the next video.